Hey there, Libra. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Some fugtastic, fragtastic, all sorts of shizdiz going on. I can tell you because you can look around me and see it is broad daylight outside, but we have stormy weather if you hear the rain in the background. But there's things that's been going on, which is why they had me put a hold on recording your message. They said these planetary shifts needed to occur because it was a lot of disturbance coming in. It's almost like dropping a gear when you're going really fast. It just tugs and pulls at you, and it's kind of a shockwave coming on in. And yeah. So there's some good things coming in. I just want you to see at the top that this is where we are going. So as we traverse this energy and this information coming on in here, I haven't looked at yet, but I do have the background information from Mary L talking. It has a lot to do with letting go of the pain of regret. It's sitting in you, and it is an indication of this broken heart. It's become a creature comfort of yours, kind of a martyr. And not like telling the story of, oh, everybody, this is what happens to me, but that internal dialogue, that internal story, that punishment that keeps like beating you and beating you and beating you over the head. As you can see, there is nothing left in this environment. It's certainly not for show. It is something that has scarred and marred so deeply that there's the kind of like the temptation to believe that there is no life beyond. And still bringing around, as you can see, bringing the wands here to light the path. But again, it's a path in a desolate zone, a desolate area. But bringing along your creature comforts and nothing else. Feeling like, will you ever have a home? Will you ever have a place to lay your head? That type of thing. Wondering, will life ever work out for you? So let me look at my notes real quick and see. It's talking about releasing the sacrifice. Like, this is what Mary L came in with on this. Like bleeding the love, conditional love, also conditional living. Not allowing life to fully flow in you. But there is a strong indicator of this. You are closer than you think. You really have given your whole heart. Just now allow yourself to shine. Allow it to flow and move all the way through. That you have done whatever it takes to get here. And that's part of the thing, is the regret. The judgment of oneself is where you were tethered and you were tied up. And they're asking you to let go of your judgment. Okay. Well, that's what they talk about, new eyes. And no, I don't know a thing. That's what this brain injury, whatever. Information flows in right in the spur of the moment. So anyways, it's talking about new eyes to see that life works out for you. And that doesn't just mean it all works out and it's ho-hum. No, we're talking about satisfaction and fulfillment. Because remember what channel you at. You're at the channel of joy to the world. This is where the wave of plasma comes in. These aren't just promises, but they're promises fulfilled. And not my promises. This is your soul talking to your soul, yourself to yourself. That's what I'm here, is to be a pure, clean channel, to level you into your goldenest self, which is why they have me put on the sunny yellow to bring you sunshine in, friend. Okay, that way you can live a satisfying and fulfilling life, because it is innate and true to who you are, your whole self, not how others have shaped and moved you, not how life has shaped and moved you, not this old desolation, this gray dusky, like that's like the junk you knock out of your vacuum, you empty on out of there. They're talking about let it go. The winds of change are here. It's time to get dressed and step out into your future. So the Spirit is also making an invitation to you to ask you to allow your spirit to join in supporting and strengthening you. I absolutely love that. So the affirmation goes along with it. And if you feel this is for you, go ahead and you can say it with me. I'll repeat it 2 times, okay? First time so you can hear it, second time so you can say it along if you'd like to. So I am receptive to my spirit's support. If you'd like to say that with me, I am receptive to my spirit's support. And that support comes in to move you forward. We have 2 Angelarium cards sitting up here. We have Yesod and Tiferet sitting there. Okay? So this is where we're going. And it could seem like trying to hold on, but that's holding on to this old, desolate, dusky world. This is the shizdiz. That's the frizzle. That's the stuff that comes out of the vacuum cleaner that we dump away. All those little bits and pieces that we can't totally see, but when we go to allow life to suck it up, to pull it through, to filter it for us, it cleans and clears that excess out, that weight, that burden that we can perceive, but we may not necessarily see with our eyes. Okay, so Yesod has to do with that connection, letting go and taking the wisdom. It's like having the candy and disposing of the wrapper. Making use of what has come through this, okay? But allowing it to be elevated into this beauty, because see, there's an orb still inside of you with hands safeguarding and protecting it. Can you see it here? No hands to protect you, wide open. This is that layer of protection coming in, that when your sun radiates and shines, when you do glow, when you begin to move through this energy and you allow the light to come back on, it does not make you a target. Now, what was a target before is when we're slightly out of balance and not in the center of who we are, we kind of try and diminish it a little bit, or ease it over here, ease it over there, leverage it, or conditionalize it, right? That's what these cards we're talking about up here, putting a condition on it of needing to earn or deserve, or to manifest, manipulate, anything to do with the hands, okay? But they're talking about the directness of your heart soul connection to the divine, to yourself, to your spirit. That's what this Two of Cups is about here in the Oracle. What's this thing called? Tarot of the Oracle. I don't know. Oh, Tarot of Mystical Moments. All right, I've had the Oracle deck for quite a minute, but I want a deck that operates more as an Oracle here anyway. So this is coming as the spirit supporting you, allowing it to come on back in. It's not going to make you weird, make you strange. It's not this thing that makes it hard, because this isn't like Siamese twins. It makes it difficult that two heads are having to share one body, and it creates distortion. No, this is your spirit. This is known to you. This is coming along with a hand to help, the offering to understand how to take all that you have been through, the red and the white magic, which are looking like these, the red and the white, right? Left out in the cold, and your jammed your underdraws going on there, and your jaw dropping, that type of energy going on, and to bleed it into this the green magic. So when the red and the white come together in magic, it makes green. It makes newness of life. So they're wanting us to move forward over here into this energy, but I'll just go ahead and show it to you as a trilogy, because it's coming in all inverted. It's trying to come in, but there was this resistance to it. Can you see the Seven of Wands? The resisting to spirit, in your case, interfering is what you're saying. Feeling like things are making you or whatever, and like, it's almost like poking a hornet's nest. And that's where they're saying that's kind of what they want you to do, is to raise this awareness that this is what they're actually trying to show you. They're not trying to put you down or judge you or anything. That was a self-imposed issue going on over here. Self-imposed, okay? And they want to flood you with light, the light of life, which is life refilling your heart, life being on your side, life supporting you. Life is no longer judging you. Life wasn't ever judging you. Life has always been holding its hand out to you, spirit, okay? Your life, your spirit, to come along and to move you forward into this new beginning, this balance, this between the layers and between the worlds of heaven coming in on earth. Now, sometimes, to get a little beautiful, you got to get a little ugly. Put a little skin scrub on, whatever, a little treatment in your hair, man or woman, it doesn't matter. Whatever, just like if you want to work on your car, you got to take a couple of parts out, put a few parts back in. It gets a little messy before it gets beautiful. And that's what's going on here, but this is cosmic and divine. So don't look at what seems like destruction. Remember that your heart is held, protected, and guarded here, that life loves you and is ready to shine forth. Bring forth the assimilation of, the reassimilation and balancing of your 4 points of your chart. Okay, that's your ascending, descending, MC, and IC. You can look up 4 angles to find out a little bit more about it. Maybe one day I'll do a video. Who knows? Now, they're asking you to allow this support. So if you're here, consider that. Consider that. It's not for me to tell you what to do. I'm here just to point out the energy going on around you, okay? And so you'll find what is resonating with you, what is confirming what you've been thinking or moving along your path and journey. You're the only one who knows where you're at on that. And allow your spirits and guides to come in and help you, because they're trying to make us some magic to lift you up, to bring you back to yourself, to the center of your truth. So with that, let's get all the support for that energy. We're going to get some clearing at the top. We get some kyanite, blue kyanite. Absolutely love it, which I have it right up here on the counter. I keep mine as polished spears because I love for my kyanite to move swiftly and quickly. Kind of like a water filtration system. It just goes ahead and takes care of it for me. Looks like you got a lot to say, and you feel like maybe that's why you've been holding out, is feeling like there's so much that you need, so much that is wrong with you. But let me tell you, that's not the case here, okay? We have the rudolite quartz, which has to do with the injury. And you're also talking about your energy, the ametrine. There's some codependence, some blending together. But because somewhere you feel like they're secretly, you desire everything. You want your cake and eat it too, which is true. But the key word here is your cake and eat it too. So they're saying to bring it back to you, Libra. Okay. And then that begins to be the protection when you're focusing on yourself. Not I'm living my best life and come correct or any of that. No, it's literally being nurturing and loving and kind to yourself. Listening to the little, bits and warnings and nudgings of your spirit. Warnings mean when you're kind of getting out of balance. Nudgings when they're trying to get you to come forward a little bit. Things like that. It can be quite soft. And it's all coming to your benefit. This is pyrite. Pyrite is not, it's called fool's gold, but it used to be worth more than gold, okay? It has a cleansing and empowering and a stabilizing but charging energy. So can you imagine a surge of energy rising up through you, but the clear-headedness in order to know what to do with it? They would call it a sober spirit. And that's that clear-headedness and that groundedness. How to not hurt yourself, but to elevate yourself, okay? So we're going to take the one that's sitting at the top, the two actually clear quartz and selenite. So let's get the clarity. I'm going to put it on the shoulders of the Two of Cups up here, that you and your spirit come into balance with softness and strength, with clarity and boldness, just like the suppleness of your muscles and the strength and the stability of the spine. Them talking together, working together in a happy marriage. Some of you came from a distorted home, and that's a bit of the chaos that's been spilling out here, but they're wanting to bring you into your truth, remember? Okay, so I'm going to set these aside so we can get a little bit more, because they're just wanting to clear that out. Okay, so I'm going to leave the angelarium here. We're going to step in. Look, the sun is at the bottom. I'm going to take that because this is focusing on you. And the backstory they're saying so that you can move into healthy connections, healthy relationships. This isn't just lover. It has to do with family, friends, business, the community, the world, yourself. Because as you begin to foster that connection with yourself, it needs to balance out the energies around you instead of becoming a living sacrifice for others. You know, being addicted to that cycle of pain is what they're talking about, which is growth or change. It doesn't need to be uncted, forced, or urged. Life in and of itself is always moving, changing, evolving, and growing. So they're just saying, stay your path. Stay your path here. But that caring connection so that it creates a facilitating future, a cycle of events that leads to wellness, health, and wholeness all around, okay? Because that's when things really become truly joyous, is when we begin to see others living that life as well. It's like a symphony, you know, it's more than one instrument. It has so many nuances and notes that it creates a scenery. That's what I love about the sun card. It's more than just the sun. It's the whole scenery. It's the whole ambiance. It's the essence of it all. But this, more than indecision, it's talking about standing at a crossroads, okay? And the thing is, these are temptations and lures to get your eye off the prize and the focus, because it might seem desolate. Remember, that's why they have me pull the cards away when they do that. I understand that dusty nerve that comes from, you know, a vacuum, all that old bit debris, like dead skin cells, that gross stuff, okay, long gone. This is you. But it's winter, as you can see. The fog and the mist are around. So it's winter in your mind, not knowing, is this worth it? But the moment that the sun begins to shine, the rain begins to fall, you begin to shine, the warmth comes out, the leaves will bud, and you will see that there's life here. So it's a trap. Not this way, not that way. Full steam ahead. Okay, connect with yourself. Connect with your life. That is what they are affording here. Because the crystals also come in as angels at this channel. They have supportive energies that they've been around for quite some time. Speaking the truth of the energy that's being brought in here. Is there anything else that we need to know about this? So that's going over. I see you jumping. Ooh, there you are. There you are. Blah. Yeah, but what about my broken heart? What about my broken heart? What about this ending? What do we do about that? Well, I love that these offered themselves when that one jumped. And just so you know, this is sitting on over here with this old energy, which did not get cleared away, that mindset. So it's like the trick and the trap is left or right, right or wrong, up or down, in or out, this or that. No, we're talking about you, whole. Remember, healthy, whole. What was it? I don't really remember how crazy I said that word. But so this is what life is bringing in to offer you, okay? So you're like, well, pushing the envelope. You're like, we want to know. We want to know. This is what life is bringing in. This is 50. 50 is the number of Jubilee, the full celebration of coming a full spectrum all the way around. That means satisfaction and rectification for what was lost, what was broken, what was damaged, what was consequences and things like that. It's more than just like a pearl of great price and I have a little wisdom up in my head. No, it is a tangible thing. It is a life change, a life shift, and embracing of a new way. Y'all, pardon me as I try and get comfortable. That's it. That's the submitting to your own strength, your intuition, your instinct as well. The layers of your eyes, very much the Scorpio power, no longer being played into the power of others. Okay, being duped and lured out by your own interests and spiritedness, can we say? And led into those nasty old cycles. No, this is the fulfillment, the coming on in into the fullness of one's power, of one's mind. When you come and you shine, remember, Tiferet, the beauty, holding your heart as your valuable prized possession, that it is, as it shines, it brings forth safety, protection, provision, and life, okay? And here we have the door to romance opening up. And it's almost showing itself like it's creative power, and it's two creators coming on together. So it's two people with character, two people who've come through the bullshiz, all right? All that other noise that was going on over here. Then when you walk forward and you choose yourself, it shows not the world, like people and eyes watching that type of thing. It shows yourself, how you view yourself, what matters to you. The actions that you take proves to your spirit, your soul, what it is that you're willing to take, what it is you're willing to bring in, what it is you're willing to connect with. Remember those caring connections, and that's why they start with the sun first, this caring connection of connecting with yourself in the fullness of your essence, in the full scope and spectrum. But that brings in this soft lovey-dovey, this warm feeling, this being secure, because the red reiterates our power, our base chakra, being fully connected to ourself, to earth, to divinity, to where all things come from, that there's no insecurity or shadows of doubt or those old like things trying to tempt and lure you this way or that, or to play the confuggery on your mind right over here. Trust your heart, babe. Trust the eyes of your heart, because I love that this green is reiterating here, and they want me to show you this here as well. You have come through so much. Give yourself a little credit. Stop judging yourself. Libra. Okay. With that, I am going to get, they had me separate out a portion. Okay. Of the deck. The holy mountain. That's when you begin to shine, when you stop judging yourself, when you realize you're holy and divine and part of your path, and some of that is the growth and the learning and in the navigating of life itself. But they wanted you to shift your mindset, your mind's eye, from being cynical that the way it has been and the way you learn is the way it always has to be. They're saying that it's crystal clear clarity. When you begin to recognize spirit is on your side and merging and bringing it all together into this newness of life, focused on you, centralized on you, spirit ain't manipulating you to try and get something out of you or from you or whatever. That's why they're trying to calm this fluttering energy and to pull you into the center of who you are so that you can gain trust and momentum. I love that. So it's creating dynamism going on, a multi-dimensional being. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So, all right, Libra, let's go over that affirmation one more time if you'd like to join me again. I am receptive to my spirit's support. Release that pain and regret. Release that judgment and the condemning of oneself. Allow life to rise up in you, that greenness to fill your heart again and to spur forth this new life. Okay, friend, I'm rooting and believing in you. If you like this and you're new here, click that subscribe button. You hop on the joy train and bring in the momentum of this channel for everyone's joy coming in. Celebrating each person that's here. And if you're returning, that must mean you like something here. So click that like button, slip your finger on it, just tap it. Just tap it, stir up YouTube, get excited about this channel. All right, I love you. Stop back by real soon. Bye.